I'm Sgt Turner with the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office Economic Crimes Unit. In the early part of December, officers responded to Cypress Village in reference to some theft of checks and money. The Jacksonville Sheriff's Office conducted a joint investigation with the staff of Cypress Village, patrol officers, and our detective division. Initially, there were two victims identified. Suspect Sharon Kaiser, who was an employee of the facility at that time, was identified and implicated in numerous thefts of checks, credit cards, and jewelry. There were 4 additional suspects who have also been identified to date as accomplices with Sharon Kaiser. Arrest warrants have been issued on all suspects. They include Quintanya Scott, Robert Scott, Andrea Fisher, Kenneth Rolax, and Tysheree Thomas. To date, 4 of those warrants have been served, with the suspect, Andrea Fisher, is still outstanding. We believe that she has fled the state of Florida this time and her whereabouts are unknown. With the assistance of the Cypress Village staff, who have been instrumental in cooperating with this case development, we have identified several additional victims living in the facility. These cases are still being investigated this time, and we have no reason to believe that there are any additional suspects involved that we're not aware of. Yesterday, on December 2nd, 2010, suspect Sharon Kaiser turned herself into the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office after being notified she was wanted for questioning regarding the cases pending. She is currently being held on a $27,000 bond for charges of elderly exploitation, grand theft, fraudulent use of credit cards, bank fraud, identity theft, and dealing in stolen property.
Sergeant, I have a couple questions for you. You talked about numerous victims. Do you know about how many people were actually victimized by these 5 individuals?
At this time, we suspect that there's probably less than 10, but the total number at this point, we don't know for sure.
It's still ongoing?
Yes, ma'am.
How much money total was taken through these thefts and credit card frauds and check frauds?
It's our calculation at this time that we're in excess of $200,000.
And what actually tipped you off to start your initial investigation into these victims and the Cypress Village incident?
Our patrol units responded to their facility in reference to a theft report.
Is there any relationship between the victims and the suspects?
We believe there are relationships, but due to the ongoing investigation, I can't release that information.
How often does this happen to people that live in these types of residential facilities?
Well, these are crimes of opportunity, so I would say that it could happen daily. However, whether or not they're reported, it's truly, it's unknown.
With you saying it could happen daily, what can people do that live in these types of situations and their family members do to protect their loved ones from being a victim?
Well, anytime you have any valuables and you have an opportunity where you allow people into your home or that may come into your home, you should secure those items, whether it be in a safe deposit box or in a safe or somewhere that's secure and not available for someone who seeks out that type of victim.
How instrumental was the management of Cypress Village in helping you catch these individuals?
They were extremely helpful. Mr. Callahan assisted us throughout the whole entire investigation along with his staff. Without them, we couldn't have done it.
All right. Thank you, Sergeant.